2021 at Disney World. We have been there, we've done it, we took notes, and we have plenty of things to tell you guys about today. So, parades, fireworks, dining plans, what's going on at Disney this year, how to prepare for your trip, and what to expect. Hey guys, my name is Bea. I own Bea Amazed Travel and Bea Amazed Weddings. We are focusing on Disney this month. So let's talk about going to Disney in 2021. We went to Disney, we braved the changes that have happened, and we have plenty to report. So first off, let's talk about just generic COVID restrictions at Disney. Obviously, there's going to be social distancing. You do have to wear your masks. The only time you can take your mask off is if you're stepping to the side, if you're sipping on your drink, if you are actually stopped stationary, sitting at a table, eating your dinner. Other than that, your mask needs to be on. If you're outside on the hotel grounds on a Disney property and you can do social distancing, then you can take your mask off. If you are at the pool, as long as you're social distancing, once again, you can take your mask off. Other than that, your mask needs to remain on your face. There are different cast members walking around the park. They are monitoring whether you are wearing your mask, and they have little signs reminding you, make sure you keep your mask on. Also, there are sanitizer blocks before and after every ride, at the entrance, at the exit, through the line, at the beginning and at the end of the restaurants as well. So when you go into the restaurant, when you leave the restaurant, there are sanitizers absolutely everywhere. So we were very happy to see that. At no point did we feel as though we were in danger. Let's talk about the restaurants real quick. So restaurants, it used to be that you would go in and out of the restaurant in the same door. Right now, with COVID, that has changed. There is an entrance and there is an exit. So if you've been to Disney a bunch of times and you are expecting to be able to walk out of the same door that you walked in, you are mistaken. You are going to have to go out their specific outdoor, just like you came in the specific indoor. So what's going on at Disney right now? Parades. We're getting a lot of questions about the parades. Are there parades? Yes and no is the answer. So no, it is not the same parade that you have been expecting in the past. However, we did find that there are pop-up parades. These are parades that are coming around, not on a schedule. They're not posting the schedule because obviously they don't want people to congregate. However, if you're hanging around on Main Street for an hour or less, we pretty much expect you to see some kind of parade float go through with characters on it. So same thing in the other parks. There are characters going around. If you're in Toy Story World in Hollywood Studios, you will also see different rides, or different characters going around. We did catch Buzz Lightyear on the back of a convertible driving through Hollywood Studios. That was pretty cool. So if you keep your eyes out, you will encounter some kind of parade. However, it's not the parade that you're expecting to see. Next question we're getting a lot is fireworks. Are there still fireworks? No, there are not fireworks at this time. We did find a light show. We stayed at the Bay Lake Tower this time. We went in January 2021. And on Bay Lake Tower, every night there was a light show. So I should say on Bay Lake Tower, it's Bay Lake. That was pretty cool to see. It wasn't quite as great as the fireworks. However, it was a nice alternative. They had music to go with it, very Disney-like. Dining plans. We are getting so many questions about dining plans, guys. Unfortunately, right now, because of the limited capacity in the parks, there is no dining plan. We don't know if and when they will bring the dining plan back. However, right now there is no dining plan. We did find, though, that we spent less money without the dining plan. Let me explain. Typically, we would purchase the dining plan during normal conditions at Disney. With the dining plan, we always get the deluxe dining plan. We appreciate being able to sit down. We have an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. We get a couple snacks throughout the day. We enjoy having it. We price the difference into what we typically spend on the dining plan versus what we spend to actually eat, and we ended up spending less money. My assumption is we're spending less money because we're eating less food. When you have the dining plan, you feel as though you have to eat what you paid for. However, without the dining plan, you just kind of eat when you're hungry. So yes, we did spend a little bit less money than if we were to have the dining plan. However, I understand everyone's heartbreak that the dining plan is in existence. We also enjoyed that too. Lines. The lines are longer, however, they're actually shorter. So the lines that are currently at Disney are social distance. That means 6 feet apart from the person or party ahead of you. Because they are so spread out, it makes the lines look longer. But because there's so much space in between each party, the line is constantly moving. We found the lines to move faster. We literally walked right on Avatar Flight of Passage. Yes, we had to walk through lines. However, we kept walking and walking and walking and walking and walking through the line. So it looked as though it were longer than usual. However, we were in line maybe 15 minutes. And during that 15 minutes, we were walking. So yes, the lines do look longer. However, make sure that before you say, no, we're not going because the lines are longer, that you're doing your research and you're realizing that they're longer because they're socially distanced. Fast passes. There are no fast passes right now, but don't be heartbroken. Because there are no fast passes is another reason we feel that the lines are moving faster. Without the fast passes, there aren't other parties cutting in front of you in line. Without the fast passes, everybody else is in the same line as you are, making the line move a little bit faster. So no fast passes. However, once again, the lines are moving. They're moving steadily. There was only one time that we actually had to quote unquote wait in line where we were stopping, and that was Buzz Lightyear in Magic Kingdom. We think that the reason that maybe we had to stop there is because they have some pretty cool Buzz Lightyear memorabilia inside of the building of Buzz Lightyear, and we think that people were maybe taking some pictures, therefore slowing the line down. But other than that, all the lines that we were on moved. We ended up riding more rides than we've ever ridden in a Disney vacation because of how short the lines actually were in wait time. Mobile ordering. This is something that is not quite new to Disney. However, it is something that is required now at most quick service places. You go to Aloha Isle, you want to get yourself a Dole Whip, you have to order ahead of time on the My Disney Experience app. This wasn't a giant inconvenience. In fact, we actually enjoyed it more because we were walking maybe from Frontierland to Aloha Isle to get our Dole Whip, and when we were in Frontierland, we actually ordered it. By the time we got there, we checked in and it was ready immediately. So I think we didn't just do this for the Dole Whip, we did this throughout the entire experience. Pinocchio, we did it there. Pinocchio House for some flatbread pizza. Almost everywhere that there's quick service, you're going to use that quick service app inside of the My Disney Experience app. Also, when talking about the restaurants, realize that not all of the restaurants are open, but we found about 80% of the restaurants that we typically go to are in fact open right now. It wasn't an inconvenience to us. There was only one place that's closed right now that we were really kind of heartbroken about, and that's Ohana inside of the Polynesian. But that's not closed because of COVID. That's closed because they are doing a giant reno. So for the most part, with a couple restaurants that are closed, don't turn out to be a major inconvenience. The park hours are also a little bit shorter than usual. So oftentimes, we have clients who go from sun up until sundown. You enter the park for breakfast and you don't leave until after the fireworks show. This isn't something that you're going to be able to do right now as far as 2021 or prior to September 2021 COVID restrictions are concerned. With that being said, the parks have kind of alternated with who's open later. For the most part, Epcot is going to be open the latest, but they're also going to be opening later during the day. Most of the parks are open between 8 hours and 9 hours, but we found that Disney Springs is definitely bumping at night. There's plenty to do there. All the restaurants that we found there are open, plenty of shopping, and different things to see and do there, and of course the World of Disney store. So that wasn't a major inconvenience to us either. Just realize that it is a different experience, and the parks are not open as long as usual. So if you're the sun up to sundown Disney goer, this might be a little bit different for you. The different experiences that we like to send our clients to, the upgraded experience, whether it be Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique or maybe the Wild Africa Trek in Animal Kingdom, right now they are temporarily closed. Anything that you can pretty well imagine where a cast member was coming into direct contact with a visitor, such as Bibbidi Bobbidi, is going to be temporarily closed right now. This, of course, doesn't apply to restaurants. However, every other experience, we seem to have found that it is closed if a cast member has to come into direct contact with you in order to experience this. We kind of anticipate that over the next couple months, that will gradually start to change. However, like everything, it's going to be a gradual change, and things change by the day with new restrictions. Finally, I want to talk about characters, what to expect with the characters. In the past, we had different clients who were going who had specific characters that they wanted to see. We would be able to tell you this character is going to be in this little area of the park. They're probably going to be there between this time and this time. We can even schedule a fast pass in order to meet that character. Right now, that is not the case. Characters are coming around the parks. You're going to be able to see them, just like I said in the parades earlier. However, they're not coming around where you can hug on them. There's no autographs. Dining is going to be different also with characters. Character dining is just starting to open up again. Chef Mickey's was their pilot experience. We're starting to see a couple other characters at a couple different restaurants. But for the most part, if you want to do character dining, you're going to be doing at Chef Mickey's. Previously with character dining, the characters would come from table to table, interact with the guests, get pictures with the guests, hugging them, touching the guests, things like that. Don't expect this right now. The characters are still in the restaurant. A lot of times we're finding that they're kind of playing peekaboo, if you will, with the kids who are coming, maybe from behind, in Arborvitae next to the table, or, from behind the table next door to them. But they're not coming directly to your table for a hug and an autograph like they did in the past. So, with all this being said, what is my overall consensus of Disney in 2021? Should you go? Should you not go? We felt very safe as far as COVID was concerned. We did not go during a peak time though. We went the week prior to Martin Luther King Day, which was, as usual, fairly quiet in Disney terms. I also believe that of all the times that we have gone to Disney, we go at least once a year, I feel as though this is probably the best time that we have had as two adults. Now, we did not go with kiddos, but for two adults, this was by far our best Disney experience. The masks were not as annoying as we thought they were. We got a fantastic price on the entire trip. We were able to get into the restaurants that we wanted to. We rode more rides than ever, and we had to wait in less lines. So yes, I would recommend that you do Disney in 2021. However, make sure you're using a Disney travel agent. Use that Disney travel agent because we can tell you what is open, what is closed, what we presume is going to be opening soon, and what the different rates are, what the different sales are, which month is going to be best to go in, what time of the year is going to be best to go in, and even what week is going to be less active than any other week. So, go to Disney in 2020. However, we also recommend that you have an open mind. Don't expect the same Disney that you would have visited in 2019 because right now, just like everything else in the world, everything is different. But if you're looking for a magical vacation, if you're looking to be in the most magical place on earth, experience what Disney has to offer, then we highly recommend that you go to Disney in 2021. So, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe for more travel-related content.